Hi, business owners. Welcome to this next session on digital marketing and marketing your business. In this lesson, we're going to learn more about LinkedIn. Due to caution of sharing personal information, I'm not going to log into the platform, but you need to go to linkedin.com if you're not yet using the platform. And just a bit of a background on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is essentially predominantly a business-to-business a social media platform. It's very professional. You can also do business-to-customer services on here. If you look at some of the other platforms out there, some of them would have more entertainment, and LinkedIn would be more aligned for professionals. So you find people that are working in corporate companies, people that have brands, companies themselves on LinkedIn. And what you'd find is that as business owners, I'll give you an example of sending an email to a specific department of a big corporate company to become a service provider or a vendor for them. And 6 months, 12 months down the line, you just don't hear back from people because maybe they're busy or maybe they're just not looking for supplies at that point in time. However, networking is not restricted to just going to physical events. While they are extremely important, you could also start building a network for yourself on LinkedIn. So I would personally recommend that as a business owner, your primary or your main platform that you should have is a personal LinkedIn profile. Once you've put up your personal LinkedIn profile, added all your details, it's quite simple. You just need to follow the steps. You just go into LinkedIn and you click on join now. Once you've clicked on join now, you follow the steps, putting in your information. I would recommend putting a cover photo or picture of yourself that's professional, not a picture of you on holiday somewhere, unless you're in that specific industry. Just to have a picture of your head and shoulders or just your face. Also use a background photo or background cover image that tells people a bit more about what you do. It looks more professional. Now, the ways you can use LinkedIn is, number one, is to connect with people. So, for example, let's say you needed to connect with somebody at Tushia or a specific corporate that you're working at. You could go in and do a search, and you could send a message to somebody. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm looking for an opportunity, or I'm looking for more information. Or you could follow and like their page as part of research. So when you're using LinkedIn, there is a search function, and I'm going to just give you an overview of how to use that. So once you signed in, you'll see there'd be a search bar on top. Because we're not yet signed in now, I'm just going to go to this people tab, and I'm going to click here. So let's say I'm looking for somebody, and we'll just use a random name. So let's say we're looking for Tabo. Let's just put an M so it's not linked to anybody. I'm going to press enter. And you can see what happens is that in LinkedIn search, it gives you a lot of different people. I don't want to go through all of their details, but essentially we found that Tabo Emia was a software developer somewhere else. And you could essentially go through all this information and find who you're looking for. If you click here, you could look for people, learning, jobs. Learning, you do need to have a premium membership for that. But you could also, once you logged in, find companies as well. So if you click on find a specific company, what would happen is that it would give you the details of the company. And I'll show you another example of that. But it makes it easier for you to reach out and connect with people in a very professional way. I want to just take you through some of the features on LinkedIn as well. There's articles on LinkedIn that give you a lot of information. So if you click on one of these, it will give you more information about the specific industry. So there's a lot of knowledge sharing. So you could also use it for learning, getting information. There's also a lot of jobs available on LinkedIn and internships as well. So if you check on the jobs board, you can put in a search and it will give you those jobs. You could also post a job for your business as well if you're looking to hire somebody. I won't go through these, but there's games, the software that you can find for your business as well. If you have a look here, as I mentioned before, you can connect with people, learn skills. You can find people you worked with, find a job, find a course or training. And if you have a look at this bottom section here, this is where you can get more information specifically about LinkedIn. And there's so much to go through. But if we have a look at this where it says companies, they've got a list of companies. Once your company page is opened up, it will be listed here. So let's say, for example, what does a company page look like? Let's look at one that we're familiar with. Let's say the Coca-Cola company. Okay, so this is what your LinkedIn page will look like once you've opened up a company page. And you see, you could choose these options. Must people follow you? It tells you. You see, they've got their logo here. They've got a nice background. You could put your company logo there on your own page. And you see, it gives you all the information. You could actually follow them once you signed in, and it gives you details. But it also gives you information about all the employees of the company. So you could follow and like some of these posts here. So let's say, for example, I was looking to reach out to this specific company. I could go find out who's the relevant department I want to contact and start building a conversation, getting information, asking them, how do I become a supplier or a provider? So primary platform I would recommend is LinkedIn. A few extra tips: use this to network, to meet people, be very professional. Make sure that you're using it strictly for business purposes, not for anything else. Your reputation is important, and anything you do online in terms of how you use social media, messages you send to people, is very important that you keep professional on all your social media platforms. Remember, you're not using LinkedIn for your personal agenda now. You're using it for your business, and as a business owner, you need to put your business interest first. Don't have any personal agendas. Don't get involved in anything that's outside of a business scope when you're chatting with people on LinkedIn, unless you obviously know them well. Start off by building a network slowly. And if you aren't already on LinkedIn and you see that you're not really making progress, consider engaging with other people. When you see someone else's post on LinkedIn, engage with them. Like the post, follow their pages. That's how people discover you and like and follow your content as well. So, number 1, create your personal LinkedIn page. Number 2, create your company LinkedIn page. If you would like to connect with me online at some point, you can search for me on LinkedIn, and from there we could possibly connect. And if you needed some tips, we could guide you through that. So make sure you open up your page, post your image, your cover photo, and start connecting. All the best, and I'll see you in the next lesson.